Hello and welcome to Christy's Cropping and Creating. I'm so excited that y'all are with me today, and I'm excited about what I'm about to show you. I don't even have a page sample ready because we're just going to create it as we go. And first, I'm going to show you an awesome collection. It's called Showtime, and quite honestly, it's been around for several months now, and I slept on it. I just didn't really pay attention to how wonderful it is. The great thing is it's available right now in a bundle. You can save 10%. Truthfully, once again, I forgot to look up the exact cost before I started my video, but it will be available until Friday, May 26th at noon Central Time in that bundle price. And the bundle is going to come with one of the tools I'm going to show you today, which is the Music Staff and Notes Border Punch. It is so awesome, and it can be used for so many things, which Showtime can also. So I'm going to switch to my desktop so that y'all can see this awesome collection. I'm just going to quickly go through a few of the things as I go. I could not find my sticker pack, but y'all look, the embellishment packs, there are two. Each one of the embellishment packs take up two prep boards. I forget what we call these things, but when you're putting your embellishments out so that you can see each one, it's just an extra step. I'm calling it a prep board right now because I can't think of what what we've called it before. On this page, a lot of these, or maybe all of these on this page, they have a texture to them. It's called flocking. It makes me think of like flannel, like the flannel boards that we had back in my elementary days. So look how awesome though, y'all. This could be used for Disney World. This could be used for going to Broadway plays. This could be used for your high school plays, your church plays. I personally think it could be used for prom, any other kind of music celebration. I think it could be used for weddings. I'm telling you, I am just so thrilled that I have now opened up this collection, and I'm so excited to show it to you today. Okay, so now look at the other, these are the jewels that come with the other embellishment pack. And it, like I said, oh, planning board, that's what we call it, not a prep board, but a planning board. This is one of the planning boards of embellishments for the other embellishment pack. This is the second one. And again, like I said, I mean, y'all look, family events, I'm telling you, it can be used for anything. So y'all need to run and grab this bundle before that bundle price goes away. I'm going to show you the paper packs in a minute, and just really quickly, I'm going to flip through the variety mats, and I need to leave these out because I may use a couple of these variety mats for when we do our page here in a few minutes. Look, you're a star. Oh my goodness, that even my pictures of my kids from track meets, that could be used for that. I mean, it could just be used for anything. Don't stop the music. If you have a singer, a piano player, oh, and I love this one. Look, the two different versions of stage lights or disco balls. Either way, I think it could go for either. Round of applause, dance to the beat of your own drum. Again, I had a dancer as well. So she's not a dancer really anymore, but I've still got pictures to do from back in their high school days. Balloons, stars, that's what these wonderful variety mats and papers are about. Look at the sparkle and shine. It could be sequins, this leopard print, some fans, and this kind of looks like fireworks. It's on one of the papers as well, but it just kind of looks like fireworks fanning out. This is music notes, more fans, more fireworks. Look, the jewel tones from this collection they really do go with a ton of things. So anyway, this paper pack, this first one that I'm going to show you, is from the Tone on Tone pack from the Showtime Collection. You've got this eggplant, almost burgundy looking, the gold looking stars. And when I say gold, I don't mean like they're metallic, but you know, just the color gold. Green balloons and stripes, black stars, whatever that shape is called, which is kind of neat. Diamond shape, I guess. Balloons, more stripes. So all of those papers were from the Tone on Tone pack. And I had my cardstock ready to go for when we create the page in just a minute. And then here is the papers from the designer paper pack. So this makes me think of when I went to New York and I went to, oh shoot, Radio City Music Hall, maybe. I forget if that's the exact place we were at, but the windows, the arches, that's what really that makes me think of. You've got feathers, and this is almost a tonal ombre look here. Film strip, and I'm not sure, this is just like a kind of an overall design. Maybe it's supposed to be stage lights. Fireworks again. Lights, camera, action. Think about how many things that can be used for, y'all. And then this is a big piece of sparkly sequin stage light look. So we are going to create a page, and I am going to take some ideas that I saw this week, one from my friend Lanita and one from my another person that I watch sometimes. Her name's Becky, and she had a great idea, and so I'm kind of combining the two ideas to create a double page spread. And I'm having a hard time fumbling over here to find the piece of paper that I was looking for. This is the piece that I need now. And so I hope that y'all are okay not having the sample laying here that we can refer back and forth to, but I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna do, and you can work along with me, or you can create, of course, after the fact. Since I don't have the sample to already show you, you might not know what you want to use. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the piece of paper. If it's directional, you just check both of your sides to make sure. This piece of paper is going to go horizontally across the bottom of my two double page spreads. So I'm putting it at 3 3/4. And you could use a decorative blade if you want to. I'm just using a straight blade. Again, I'm cutting this 12-inch piece of paper at 3 3/4. And those will go along the bottom of my page. I'm going to use, my background page is going to be white. You could certainly use something else as your base if you want to. I think this would look good with well, really any of our colored scrapbook pages, black, white, Spargo, or natural. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of paper that is left over, and I'm going to show you this music. Actually, I'm not doing this yet. I'm going to show you this other idea. I'll do the music staff in a minute. My friend Lanita did this design in one of her lives, and she did it with the circle chain Border Maker cartridge. And I'm going to show it to you with the mirrored scallops, the mirrored scallop chain, because you can still get this one, and it's the same concept. So when I load my Border Maker cartridge, instead of going all the way over on the tray, I'm going to stop at this dark line right here. That is a 1/2 inch, and you could put some sort of mark on here, but since personally I can see through the tray to line my paper up to that, that's what I'm going to just line it up to that. And And then I'm going to punch. And I'm fixing to show you, I got to get my cardboard out because I want to dump the trash easily. I'm going to show you what this is going to end up looking like. Instead of being the full mirrored scallop, it's going to look like this. The one that Lanita used, the circle chain, it would end up looking like this. So it prevents you from having to take it after the fact and cut it in half with your trimmer, but it really creates some super cool looks. Look at this one. This is a Border Maker cartridge that we had called Circle Weave Chain. And then the last one I want to show you, I think this is the one that I had to play with a little bit. I had to go over further than than just that mark for this one. But this was the scallop dot Border Maker cartridge, and it created a really neat look because it made the tops of the scallops, instead of them being rounded, they were flat, but then you still had that Swiss cheese look. So I'm pointing all of this out to tell you to don't be afraid to play around with your tools. It really does make for some fun and interesting things. And you do want to be careful that you don't rip your paper, but honestly, you have to be careful about not ripping your paper with doing your punches in a regular way too. So just go along, and I'm going to punch 2 of these strips and see again how neat this is going to look. I'm going to show you the other side too, because I think this is going to be the side that I'll have up on my page once I'm ready to go. And the reason I'm going to punch 2 is because I'm doing a double page spread. These are also going to go horizontally across my page. And remember, I'm not going all the way over. I'm lining it up on that line that I can see through on the base of my tray. So I'll go here. First one is the one that is most likely to get jammed. Don't feel as scared about it when I move on down the line. Earlier there were some deer in my backyard, and I just heard Luna get up. She's in her bed under my table, but if she starts barking, it might be because the deer are back in the well, not really the backyard. It is the backyard, but it's the woods behind our fence in the backyard. That's a better way to say it. So hopefully she's not going to disturb us. Okay, so my piece that's left over now is slightly more than 3 1/4. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to it. I can't speak. I'm going to cut this to 1 1/2, and I'm going to do that twice. So I'm actually going to have a small piece left over since it was a little more than 3 1/4, but I want to just go ahead and cut this down. I'm trying to find my 1/2 inch mark because it's going to be a very thin strip left over. But you know, I guess I could have literally halved it, but I didn't want to worry about trying to figure out that measurement. So that's why I'm just cutting it at 1 1/2 and 1 1/2. Okay. Now I'm going to get my white paper, and I'm going to cut out of my white this music staff. Oops, need my cardboard back. I think I'm finished with my trimmer for now. So I'm going to show you how beautiful this punch is. And if you are not musically inclined, I want to point out something after after I get this this border punched. I'm going to point something out to you that will help you if you are not a music reader, so that you don't end up putting your border on upside down. I think in the grand scheme of things, if you did, it would be okay. But I'm going to show you a trick to help you know that this is the right side up when you use this. Okay, I've got just a little bit of a tail to trim off here. And let me get that right there. So you know that it's right side up when this staff note right here, this treble clef, is up as if it were a capital S. You know how cursive S's, some of you might not know what cursive is, but us older people do know that, and I'm not old, but we do know cursive, and we know that an S would be facing this way. So if your S is backwards, then you have your border backwards. So just keep that in mind for down the road. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our music notes on our eggplant 1.5 inch piece that we cut just a few minutes ago. So, and I'm saying eggplant because that background of this, it might look black to y'all, but it's actually a very, very deep purple, and it kind of matches our paper that is called eggplant. It's darker, but I promise you in person, it does look like it is eggplant. All right, so we've got to make one more border, and then we can move on to start building our page. This punch is so loud because this cardstock, this white cardstock, is pretty thick. So that's why it's punching so loud, and it's making the table shake such that my piles of Border Maker cartridges here in front of me are falling over. Plus, I had just disturbed them to show you those cool designs. I looked around to see some other Border Maker cartridges that technique would have worked with, but I didn't get very far because I was just trying to see, like some of them aren't going to look very good cut in half. Like that one probably would not look good cut in half. This one's called brocade chain. So just kind of eyeball it and see what you can come up with and play with. All righty, here. Let me dump my cutting board here, and I'm going to start showing you what we're going to do. Got to make a little bit more room again. Give me one sec. So my background pages are going to be white, and I'm going to put them on my two 12-inch mats, and hopefully you're going to be able to see what I'm about to do. This is not going to go at the top, but I'm just trying to move things out of the way here so I can get my bases to put down at the bottom. All right, so I want this dark side up for the bottom pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and put them literally going across the bottom of my page. Oh, you know what I forgot to tell y'all at the very beginning of this video? I meant to tell you that I reached 100 subscribers earlier this week. And I'm not going to be able to do the drawing on this video, but I'm hopefully going to be posting another video in the next day or so that will name some prize winners for me reaching 100 subscribers. So thank y'all so much for watching and for all the likes and the encouragement that you've given me in the last few weeks, couple of months that I've been doing these videos weekly. I really, really appreciate it. All right, now the music is so holy, it's got so many holes in it that you don't want that extra adhesive to show. So make sure you use Repo with this, or even our Precision Point adhesive. I thought I had a Precision Point there. Well, here's one laying around, so you could use that. But of course, I use repositionable so often, and I'm going to do it over here on my silicone mat so that it won't matter as that adhesive goes through those holes. I don't want it to stick on the wrong place on my page or on my my clean custom cutting system mats. So we're just going to center this on this border. This 1.5 inches, I mean, it is like really perfect size. And if you wanted more of a border at the top or the bottom, of course, just cut it a little thicker than 1.5 inches. But I knew that 1.5 inches was going to work out really great. And remember what I told you about your staff, not your staff notes, your treble clef. It's going to be facing the direction of a capital S. So I know that mine is going the right way. And we're going to use the music notes somewhere up here at the top. Oops. And then I'm going to use this, the back side of my, my dark eggplant paper that's behind the music notes and down here at the bottom. So this is the same pattern, but I'm going to use the back of it with these diamonds and all. And it is kind of busy, but you'll still be able to see through those scallop dots. Actually, it would really work out better if I put it on something too, so that you could see. Or maybe I should use this side after all. Oh, and actually, I think I'm going to, and I might end up putting it in a different place. Originally, it was going to be kind of like going across the middle of the page. Uh-oh, where's my other one? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I wanted to use the back, but now I want to use the front of it, since it shows up better on this white page. Okay, before I decide where my strip is going to go, I'm going to find a couple of mats. Half of your variety mats are 4.5 by 6.5, and half of them are 4 by 6. So I want to find at least one to go down here on the bottom. And well, that'll kind of help me decide where to place this thing too. Depends on if I want to kind of cut the page in half above that line, or if I want to cut it such that it overlaps it. So I think I'm going to go where it'll go above that line, and that means it is about 5 inches down from the top. So I want one over there, and then, oh, and you know what else? You could also do, these don't have to be straight on, from one page to the next page, like this one over here. I need to quit trying to juggle. I don't want to use words on both sides. Is this a 4 by 6? This one looks bigger. Give me 1 second. 1, 2, oops. I'm not measuring right. Give me 1 more second. Yeah, it is. Okay. So if I did it there, that gives me a lot of journaling space, but then it really pushes this low. So I guess I do want to do it in the same place if I'm going to then have these pages kind of mirror imaged with the same size photo mat over here as over here. And then I could use some vertical photo mats on either side. I have no idea which one I want to use. Actually, I'm probably going to cut my my paper, my eggplant cardstock to go on this page to make my mats with. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one at 4.5 inches, and I'm probably just going to make 2 of these, and then I will let y'all finish the page as you see fit, because I want to show you one more trick that I learned from Becky that was so very cool. I do not have the appropriate picture for the Showtime collection to show you, but I'm cutting this mat at 4.5 by 6.5 because we are going to do something super, super cool. And since I can't make two 4.5 by 6.5 mats out of one strip of paper, that's why I had to make 2 cuts in my 12-inch cardstock. All right, so I'm going to get my my music staff and border punch back out. And what you're going to do is you're going to measure this opening, and this opening is 2.5 inches. So I'm going to make a mark in the center of where this punch is. And since it's 2.5 inches, the halfway mark would be 1 1/4. And I flipped my ruler because this is the 0 centering ruler. And so I just wanted to make sure I was reading everything correctly. So I'm going to make a mark right here at the 1 1/4. And I'm going to double check my work here to make sure I got that in the right place. So I'm going to take my mat that, again, it is 4.5 by 6.5. And the picture that I'm going to put in this is a horizontal picture. So since it's a horizontal picture, I want to punch this corner and this corner, okay? And you're going to turn your punch upside down, and you're going to take one of the corners that you're going to punch, and that tip of that corner is going to meet up with this this line that you just drew. Sorry if I wasn't completely on camera. So this tip is on that line, and make sure your paper is pushed in far enough that the grates, these grates down here are full, and you're going to punch. And of course I made a huge mess on my table because I didn't do a planning board. I mean a cutting board, but this is the start of it, okay? So y'all hang tight 1 second. Let me get this trash out of the way. We're going to cut the other corner, and it does cut off some of your some of the staff on your music note, but I think that in the grand scheme of things, that's okay, because what you're going to see in a minute that is so super cool about how this is going to work. So the tip is up here at that mark, and this time I'm going to punch it in my hand. Throw away my trash. Let go. All right, so here is my photo mat, and y'all watch this magic. Again, this is not the right picture for this collection, but it's the quickest one I could find. I have a wedding picture of either Daniel's wedding or Daniel and Alexia's wedding, or Macy and Brian's wedding from last year, but I couldn't put my fingers on it. Okay, so I either did not shove in far enough, or this picture might be slightly wider. I had gotten it from an unusual place, so maybe my picture is a little too wide, but basically you can see what it's going to do. I'm going to be able to slide that picture in there, and it's going to hold it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to trim it really quick so that hopefully this trim will be enough to make it work. I did not practice this ahead of time. I only watched the video. And so that's what happens when you're doing something on camera for the first time, is you might mess up. So I think oh, there we go. Now see, I just trimmed off 1/8 of an inch, and it is now going to lay flat if I can ever get my fingers to move correctly. So I am gonna lay it there for you guys to see, and we are going to adhere these few things down. Again, my strip right here that I thought I was going to use on that side, it is going to be at about 5 inches down from the top, me get my adhesive on. If you're using your 13-inch mat, the 7-inch is what you'll have it even with on the left side. And I'm kind of splitting the 5-inch and 7-inch line. And I may not have gone straight just now. I'm looking at my page kind of at an angle. So hopefully y'all will get the gist of what I'm doing. Be sure to watch the post when I announce prize winners. And thank you for helping me get to 100. And actually, if you'll help me get to much more than that by telling your friends and other scrapbookers or crafters, I do occasionally make cards, and I am more than willing to do some other ideas that y'all, if you want to request me to teach a certain thing, I certainly will, whether it is a recipe template, a sketch, border sketch, page sketch, double page sketch. I do tend to do simple pages and fast designs. And I like not a lot of decoration on my page personally. So most of the time I don't even finish decorating the page during my YouTubes, which if you've watched me for any length of time, you already know that. But I'm going to do these pictures horizontally. And then, you know, this is kind of thin, but you might have some, is that even 3 inches? You might have some smaller pictures that could go, it's 3 inches between there. So you might have some smaller pictures that can go towards the top, or you might have some other way that you would want to arrange your picture. And of course, it's fine to cover up that in some circumstances as well. So we're almost finished putting this together. And I'm not going to tack this down only because, well, I could tack it down with out my picture, but I want y'all to see it as if this were the real deal. So did I already do that one? Yes, I did. I think this one is slightly crooked, or maybe it's not crooked, but it's not necessarily even with the one next to it. So I will make those even along the bottom there. But you get the gist that, you know, you can put more pictures through here. You've got a journaling box. You've got a space to do a title. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this. And remember this cool trick about putting the mark on the base of your punch. And then also about using your Border Maker cartridges, not going in all the way. Just play around with it and see what you come up with. I hope that y'all enjoyed this, and I hope I didn't ramble too much while I was creating. Thank you again. If you need a Creative Memories advisor, I'm happy to help you. My website is creativememories.com/user/Christy Bolin. I've got the spelling on the camera right now, KRISTIBOLIN. My email address is christybolin@gmail.com, and I would love to help you. I am growing my team of advisors across the US, and I can help you do that. And honestly, Creative Memories pays you $1 to be an advisor, because you join for $49, you get a $50 credit that you can use immediately. So I would love to help you if you're interested in doing that. And there are no minimums to order on a monthly or weekly basis even. So it's so fun, and you get to come do fun and cool things like this. All right, y'all take care. Have a great rest of your day.